Welcome back to middle school math as we take another look at rate of change. Well, real world example. We have a graph that shows Mr. Jackson's annual income between 1998 and 2006. We want to find the rate of change in Mr. Jackson's income between 1998 and 2001. So what we do is we use this particular formula, and again it's the rate of change formula. We'll let x1 and y1, this is our first x, and we're going to look over at the charts for a second. As we can see, our ordered pairs are listed, and remember, ordered pairs are always listed as x comma y. So we see our ordered pairs are listed for 1998 as the x value, which is, let's call it the time or year, and of course annual income will be our y. Why so? Because the year affects the amount of money, so that's independent. This one is dependent. So 1998 and 48,500 would be our y value. And of course, let's just go on and go up the graph so we make sure that we understand. At 2001, which is the next particular year, again that's x, and 53,000 is y. Then of course, looking at the graph, we have 2006 as our x and 57,000. One thing we want to come to a conclusion right off of the bat, because it is a jagged line. What I mean by jagged, it's going up and then it is curving again, so it is not constant, it is a variable rate of change. So keep that in mind, it is a variable rate of change. Okay, but let's go right ahead and see, can we see what's happening with y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So if we are comparing 2001 and 1998, those data points, then we see that we are looking at 2001 as x sub 2, 1998 as x sub 1, and 53,000 as y sub 2, and 48,500 as y sub 1. What I've done is I went on down and created a table for my graph, and now I want to be able to look at the difference. If I'm going to subtract 1998 from 2001, I'm going to get 3, and if I subtract 2001 from 2006, I'm going to get 5. And let's take a look here as well. So if I look at 5,300 minus 48,500, and I do the, so let's take 1 from this, and we're going to make this a 10. This becomes a 2. Then I'm going to take 1 from this, make this a 4, and we'll make this a 12. So now we can go on with our work. So that's 0 from 0 is 0, 5 from 10 is 5, and of course 8 from 12 is 4. Okay, so we get 4,500 here. Between this and this, we get 4,500. Okay, now let's take a look. 57 minus 53,000. I want to show you that too. 57,000 minus 53,000, and we will get 4,000. So we get, here we've already did the work for both of our change in values. Well, what we need to do, great. So what we need to do as we go forward, they want us to compare 1998 and 2001. So this is this ratio. So I'm going to get 4,500 over 3. And of course, I will divide 3 into 4,500. And of course, 3 goes into 4 one time, and that's 3, 1 remainder, and 5, that goes 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Bring down my zeros, and 0, 0. So here I'm dividing by 3 because I need to get 1, remember, as a denominator in my rate. So that's going to give me 1,500. And like they say here, I just want to show you how this works out. And like they say above, between 1998 and 2000, his income actually increased by 1,500 per year. So let's take a look at what happened between 2001 and 2006. So if we look at those 2 years, we're looking at 4,000 over 5, and we're going to divide both by 5 because we have to get that unit rate of 1, remember. So here, that will give us 1, and then 5, let's go ahead and do that because I want to let you see the math. And 5 goes into 40 8 times, and that gives me 40, and then 0, 0. So here, his rate of change for 2001 and 2006 is only $800. So that tells us that between the year 2001 and 2006, his income increased by $800. So again, working with this information, and then we can go further along. We can find out, well, how much did his income increase from 1998 all the way to 2006. And again, just armed with how to do this, we can make that determination as well. And the only thing we need to do is take our y sub 2, then our y sub 2 will be 5,700, and our y sub 1 will be 48,500, and then we're looking at 1998 to 2006, which will be 8 years. Divide, get your rate of change. So again, it is not a complicated effort. You just have to make sure that you understand how to read the graph, take that information from the graph, and put it into a table, which is what I did there. Do your computation, answer the question. Okay, so that's pretty much how we look at rate of change dealing from a graph.